Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, presented to you by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. That's right, right here, Central Georgia. Everything you need to improve your game to get to where you want to be. Are you going to play golf again in 2025 and just go about your business doing the same old thing? Or are you going to figure out a way to get better? It's a big question, right? Everything you need. We got the golf club for the laboratory work and all the tools and data and information when it's necessary. All the information. I got 40 golf. I got things you haven't even probably seen yet. We got the fitting aspect capabilities as well. We got that all that. Then we got our facilities like International to go outside, put it out into the range, put it out into the short game, go out on the course, make sure we understand the transfer process. Man, there is so much stuff sitting in these videos right now that you can go back and look at, and it'll give you a glimpse as to how this all works. The key is we got it all here. Don't need to go Georgia or Atlanta. You ain't got to go to the coast. Everything is right here. And because of thegolfpub.com, that's right, thegolfpub.com, my partners, we got the best facility to work out of to get everybody started. Evaluation lessons are 50% off if you get a lesson package with it. All the lesson packages are designed based off commitment. You get a discount all year round. Can't lose right there, right? So, time to get started. This is a fun one this morning. A lot of y'all probably don't pay attention or care. That's fine. But in the teaching world, we just came out of the typical off-season meetings, quote unquote. More like, how can I somehow make fun of others for some people, unfortunately. Anyways, there's a whole lot of discussion going on and back and forth, and it's normal. Everybody tries to do a good job and do what they feel is right, and then somebody comes in and says, that's not right, I think this right, and they get fighting. And anyways, out of all of it has come a fun topic, though. Of the ones that are, going back and forth and all this stuff, that part doesn't matter. But it's a fun thing to talk about because I think the biggest part is, number one, understanding there is no absolute to anything when it comes to swinging that old golf club, other than math and physics. Those are absolute because they just are. Degree this and put it at that angle and put it at this speed, and it spins and launches and blah blah blahs, and that's how the ball goes where it goes. Like, that part we know, right? So outside of the mathematical realm of this whole thing, which you gotta learn, it's like my rule of understanding in day one. You got to understand the three angles of the club. If you don't have a basic understanding of that, I mean, you're already off to a bad start. So, but the topic was this, there's this fighting going on, this back and forth, and then neither side's 100% right. Is it the arm swing or is it the body swing? Well, when you label it that way, it's half the problem, in my opinion, because you're basically saying that it's one or the other only, and that's not the case. We know that for sure. Well, depending on what you've studied, I know it for sure. I've got the Jacobs 3D information, and I've got a lot of the Gears Lab info. I've got the biomechanical studies done by Golf Tech, like you name it. So, but there isn't one or the other. I know that. Other than maybe the very unique situationals, you will see if you watch and study hard enough, there are times where a player may appear to be a body, at least dominant swing only, and maybe even vice versa from time to time as well. There are scenarios, situations, and specifics. So the key is this. We can't really dive into the 100% detail. There's not enough time, but that's what the lesson process is for. But I will say this. It's not one or the other. It's the most important part is that based off the outputs you might be trying to achieve, whether it's distance or spin or trajectory and, whatever it might be, right? Because you got this now and you want to get that. It is important that you understand, for you as an individual, all of you out there, there is a perfect combination of both that matches your unique abilities and or the specific output you might be seeking. And then there is a specific combination for different situations out there on the course as well. And that's really the key to it. It's understanding that you got to find the perfect blend to get you to where you want to be. And so there's no pretty simple answer to that, because the first step is you got to go through the full evaluation of what's going on. A comprehensive look at what's really taking place is the only way to find out really even how to guess what that might be. And then until you start working on it, and over time, as we watch players develop and become different players, through the process of change, we don't even know the perfect answer on day one. Nobody does, because it takes time. You gotta invest and spend and go through the evolution of change with a player until you start to figure out exactly what that perfect combo is. And so we do know this: if you were to boil it down to one or the other, you're going to experience some kind of issue. One is going to provide one aspect of, say, ball flight, and one's going to provide the other. And so if you completely, literally eliminate it, and I don't think anybody could honestly eliminate it 100%, it's dang near impossible. But if you were to 100% eliminate one or the other, you're going to have a problem. It's going to be reducing the potential for output. So it's not an arm swing, and it's not a body swing. It's really both. And there's, what I try to say is, there's a perfect combination, however, for each player. There's a combination for everyone, and then for each player, they have their own unique set of combinations. And let's use more of the simple reasons why. What if you're old, you got a bad hip, and you're not going to necessarily turn as much as we'd like? Well, then that means you're not going to probably be an arm, body dominated, type of golf swinger, right? And that's just duh. But that means we also have to understand, within the realm of potential output, what the limitations are based off that, because you don't want to try to go beyond the proper controlled outputs of an arm dominated swing. Let's call it that for today. So, because you can do one or the other, and if you do one or the other too much or too little, then problems is what happens. And so you just have to understand the dynamic balance based off what you can achieve. So I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense. And I know it's not specifically just kind of wordy to some degree, but it's just arm swing versus body swing. And there is no one answer. There's a perfect combo for all of y'all. And that's the whole key. The evaluation is basically the glimpse into figuring that out. What do we know for sure today? How does it get us to where we want to be? And then add in the other things that all the players are going through right now. You have to go through the aims and the matching it up on the course and lining it up, and then making sure the feels and all the things. So, but the evaluation gives you that first step look or key understanding to maybe what is the best possible combination for you. And so that's why it's so important. So sign up for the evaluation today. Don't keep playing the same way this year. You're going to play, man. I see so many people, it's every year. It's like they're between, 90 and 85, 85 and 90. And they're just like, I can't go lower than that. Well, do something about it, right? Figure out a way. Light that fire within yourself to say, hey, I'm going to be 10 strokes better by next season minimum. And there you go. That's what we're off to the races doing. So hopefully that was a fun little tidbit. And like always, if you could, like, subscribe, share, really helps me out. I appreciate it. Look for more information coming soon. I'm trying to get some fun things lined up here this month that'll be happening. We definitely got short game SWAT coming up. So go back and look at the video for that too. And take care, folks.